A beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. Good morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning to everyone outside Lagos, outside Nigeria. How are you all doing? Trust you had a wonderful night rest, and I hope your day is going fine as planned. Thank God it is Friday. Thank God it is Friday. Thank God it is Friday. Fridays for me is usually a day for many others as well, where we are so much excited about because yeah, we get to have time to rest, the beginning of the weekend. We get to plan for wedding events, birthday events, different kinds of events. I would love to know your plans for the weekend. Yes, my name is David, and this is Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. Of course, we are Nigeria's first real estate radio. Welcome to the very first edition of the Real Estate Magazine Show. Yeah, somebody make some noise about that. Yes, 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 yes. It is the very first edition of the Real Estate Magazine Show. I'm supposed to be joined by a guest, but notwithstanding, if he's still able to make it down to the studio, he's going to join me and then we proceed from there. This is also to announce to everyone that the School of Strategy would be live on this platform. Yes, the School of Strategy will be live on this platform. The on site event is taking place right here at the head office of P1 Plus. So, wherever you are, make sure you make it down to this venue. If you cannot make it down to this venue, do not worry. We will be live right here on Facebook. It will be live right here on Facebook and also on YouTube. So do well to join the that very event. It is something that you cannot miss. You shouldn't miss it for no reason. Do not miss it for no reason. All right, let's segue into the very discourse for this morning. Do not forget to tell everyone that Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio is live, and it is the very first edition of the Real Estate Magazine Show. This is an info edutainment real estate magazine show that comes your way every Friday by 10 a.m. by 10 a.m. by 10 a.m. So do not forget. Always do well to join me live right here on Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, on YouTube, on Facebook for the Real Estate Magazine Show. It promises to be entertaining, it promises to be educating, and it also promises to be informative. We would be having several conversations, deep conversations. We will be looking at how infrastructural development, how it affects the real estate business, and we'll be talking about the advantages. We'll be talking about quite a number of things. Like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share. All right, for our discussion this morning, assessing the short, medium, and long-term impact of the Lagos Blue Line Rail. We'll be looking at it from the angle of how it affects and how it would affect or improve real estate markets. All right, my guest is already here in the house. Yes, yes. And we are ready to have a wonderful, nice time together. Good morning, Mr. Simeon
Good
Umar.
morning. Good morning, sir. Good to be here again this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Yes. All right. So this morning we quickly want to look into the short, medium, and long-term impact of the Lagos Blue Rail Line on the real estate market. All right. So this discussion describes a future in which the Blue Line Rail or the Blue Rail Line would connect the expansive city of Lagos, taking commerce and opportunity to new heights, taking people from the bustling marketplaces of Lagos Island to the mainland and other states as Ogun, Oyo, Edo, Osun, Edo, Ondo, and by extension, the rest of the country with ease and comfort. However, our research outlined some obstacles: the high cost of construction, the difficulties of navigating the urban fabric of the city, the difficulty of obtaining government funding, and potential for slum development. Despite these obstacles, the Lagos Blue Rail Line is one of progress and pre
Perseverance.
perseverance, perseverance that will have short, medium, and long-term consequences. And this is what we are here to talk about. Let's start with the short-term impact: adoption and increased demand for real estates.
Yes, let me quickly say something about this new development in
Yes,
Lagos.
the rail line.
Yes, Blue Rail Line.
Yeah,
It has been a long time project in Lagos State.
yeah,
And one of the things that had values
yes.
to real estate is
Infrastructural
infrastructural
development.
development. And
Sure.
it is a good one for Lagos State, apart from the fact that it will increase the, the revenue for the government. It will also increase the value of properties in this area. Because by the time, before now, I think property around that axis
Yeah.
is less than, let's say, 4.5 thereabout. But with this development now, I can tell you for free that the property will be running about around 7 to 8 million because of this new development. So value appreciation
Yeah.
has taken over as far as this blue rail development is concerned. And at the same time, it will also reduce the transportation stress.
Yes, true. Because
You know.
Lagos roads are usually very congested.
Yes, yes, it will reduce the traffic drastically.
Yeah,
In fact,
true.
I was super happy and excited when I was reading through the other uh, technological impacts
Yes, that it
of
would.
this rail. You don't need to pay cash to enter the rail. I think there is a card that you are going to insert on the particular device, and then to bring up the value for your transport. So it's a very good one, and I
Yeah.
believe the people in that axis, they will begin to have value
Yeah.
for their money. So in the short time,
Yeah.
it will definitely increase the value of real estate development in that area.
Demand, yes, yes. The adoption of the Lagos Blue Line by a large proportion of the public will likely improve the demand for real estate assets along the Blue Line corridor. White collar workers would likely benefit much from this transformation. They would be able to get to work much more efficiently due to the accessibility of public transit. Traders and business owners will be able to access more customers and clients with enhanced connectivity. The Blue Line would generate new growth prospects for businesses, allowing them to increase their geographic reach. All right. The implementation of the Blue Line would have favorable effect on the local economy by introducing new economic opportunities and improving the standard of living by alleviating traffic congestion, just like what you've mentioned. All right, let's move to another points here. Pressure on existing infrastructure. Yeah, pressure on existing infrastructure. All right. The Lagos Blue Line will act as a pull factor, attracting the occupier, developer, and investor class. This is in part due to the efficiency and comfort of commuting by train, as opposed to another means of transportation. Existing infrastructures, such as roadways, drainage systems, and water supply systems, are projected to experience additional strain in the near future as the demand for housing and business spaces close to the rail line grows. It is expected that the Lagos state government and urban planners evaluate the long-term effect of the blue line and make the required preparations to support the anticipated migration into these nodes. Yes,
Yes,
very, very true.
let me say something in here.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to understand what this point number two is trying to stress.
Exactly.
Now, the development in a particular location
Yeah.
attracts people into that location, and of course there will be pressure on the existing infrastructure. So what the government needs to do is to make provision for expansion. Because to be very honest with you, the people that have properties in these houses,
Yeah.
they're beginning to develop them.
Exactly.
And then
And even old structures and structured infrastructures would begin to see renovations and all that, so that people can be attracted and all that.
So government should try as much as possible to improve and innovate,
especially the drainage system.
Yes, all those things. There will be a serious
public conveniences and all that.
Yes. So the government will need to put more measure on ground to manage this excesses.
Yes.
Because we are going to experience it. Because the more
inevitable.
development is taking place,
the more people are there, they will begin to see more of deaths around. So we need a lot of things to be in place so that that environment doesn't get overwhelmed by
security-wise. Should be
exactly security. True.
So management of
waste bin management, debt management, and all that.
Yes. So government still have a lot of work to do, but we must give kudos to government.
True, very
for
true.
Taking this giant step.
Let's move to the next point. And by the way, the School of Strategy has started, and we would be joining them very shortly, immediately after this session. Do not forget, like I mentioned earlier, it will be live on this platform. So immediately after this program, please stay tuned for the School of Strategy that will be live on our Facebook and YouTube platform. All right. So this point here says increase in speculator activity. Speculative property acquisitions are on the rise, and this tendency will only increase. This is a result of the successful implementation of the project, which has sparked some trust in government's ability to fulfill its commitments. All right, so that is that for that point. Yes.
Activities. I believe there are so many interests when it comes to real estate. We have the agency.
Yes.
We have the investors.
Yes.
We have the community.
True.
And we also have financiers. So there are many people that will be interested to know what is happening in these houses.
Yes.
So they will be coming up with different evaluations.
Yeah, exactly. True.
In these houses. Now, for investor, for instance, by the fact that they've already brought this railway in these houses, they'll begin to calculate and imagine the profit angle.
Yes.
Location.
For sites, seeing
they'll
ahead.
begin to project ahead.
Yes.
Okay, if I should invest 10 million in this area, what should be my return?
True.
And then for agents, that's people that manages property, they'll begin to, if I have 3 properties, I'm managing these 3 properties in this location, how much
do I stand to?
So there will be many speculation, and their interest is what they're after anyway.
Definitely.
What an agency is looking for is different from what an investor is looking for. So there are many interest views as far as this new development
It's
is
concerned.
concerned in this location.
All right, let's look into the midterm impacts of the Lagos Blue Line Rail. And the first point here is development activity. Along the Blue Line corridor, we anticipate a rise in demand and a rise in development activity in the midterm. The emphasis would be on multi-tenant buildings in the residential submarket and mixed-use properties combining retail and office space. Investors are geared to capitalize on the area's potential by developing residential communities that serve the demand of a diverse population. This is advantageous not just to occupiers but also to the business community, which is afforded opportunities for growth and expansion. Development activities.
Okay, let me use this Lekki Aziz for example.
Yeah.
Going to Shangotedo. Before ShopRite.
Yes. For instance.
Yes, before they came there, the property price around that Aziz was not this high. And then after, and then before they even construct the road that gets to Shangotedo, Ekpe Aziz, people don't actually develop their properties in that Aziz. But the moment ShopRite came in, development activities took over. And people began to develop their properties in that Aziz. Some people that probably they don't even have any plan to either sell or develop their project in that Aziz. The moment they heard that
the Blue Line. Okay, talking about
talking about ShopRite.
ShopRite,
The moment they got the news that ShopRite has already kickstarted the operation, everybody in that environment, they started developing their property. Even offices are relocating inside ShopRite. And then even banks.
True.
They are also trying to. So the same thing, this Blue Lane in this
ATM machines were also part of.
Exactly. So people will begin to take advantage of this.
Development activity.
Yes. So many properties that have been abandoned for years, they'll begin to take another look. And then offices, commercial real estate investment, residential real estate investment, and industrial warehouses will be built in that Aziz. I'm just giving it 2 or 3 years from now.
For now, a lot of development. Well, I mean, when it comes to infrastructural development, upward price movement is inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. The increased demand for real estate in the near future around the north, through which the Blue Rail Line traverses would contribute to a rise in property prices. It is vital to highlight that this increase would be disproportionately spread across locations affected by the projects.
Well, one of the things that make real estate investment to stand out is the fact that the moment a development, especially from government angle, takes effect in any location, value of property definitely goes up in those areas.
Very true.
And I'm not really surprised that if I should take an analysis, or let me say if I should do a finding on that to know the price of property in 2020 and then the current price of the property, I believe to be 100% higher compared to how compared to former price, let's say 2022 or 2021. So I believe the upward review of prices will definitely take effect.
All right, and also the value of land, the value of properties would also increase. All right, let's look into the third point here: potential uneven development. Certain regions will experience faster growth than others due to occupier preferences and the quality of existing infrastructure and services. Some nodes already have a robust economy and well-developed transportation infrastructure, making them more attractive to businesses and residents. Consequently, it would not be unusual for some nodes to have more activity than others. So I mean,
Yes, this
the
is true. Actually,
potential uneven development.
yeah, there are some properties that are very close to the road
Yes.
or infrastructural facility.
Yes.
So, of course, those that are very, let's say, the commercial plots
Mm.
or properties, they will have higher patronage and
Mm.
value compared to
Mm.
those that are inside. So the development or loss, let me say, the appreciation will not be at the same level.
Mm.
The one that are close to the road will be higher
Yeah.
compared to the
True.
one that are inside. So definitely we won't have the same property value in that as that one is sure.
All right, before because of our time, we won't be taking the long-term impact. We'll continue this conversation next week, and then we'll just take one more point from the mid-term impact, which is a preference for long-term leases. Yeah, the speculative appeal of locations near rail routes can significantly influence the dynamics of property ownership and investment decisions. Property owners may choose long-term leases to safeguard their interests, maximize their rent, and keep control over the property's usage and development. This would emphasize careful planning when signing leases. Yeah.
Yes, long time plan. I mean, long
Long-time
time
leases,
leases.
yeah,
Yes,
we'll
I
have
think as
5 years,
this is
15
yes,
years. So
yes.
rather
These are the
than 1
benefits.
year,
Yes,
the
absolutely,
big developers will
absolutely.
begin to consider, okay, look, let's
Yes,
give this
yes.
for the next 10 years, let's lease this and all that.
Absolutely,
And it is
absolutely.
also, there is also going to be increased public-private partnership in addressing the problem of informal housing. All right, so
Yes,
it says
absolutely.
here that the problem of informal housing has plagued Lagos for decades. In some notes, the surge in development activities as a result of the Lagos Blue Line will increase the number of slum developments. Very true. Very true. I agree with that. And then the last point here, urban renewal. Rehabilitating and renovating historic buildings to improve the appeal of existing uses is a crucial component of the process since it can have far-reaching effect on the Lagos growth and development of Lagos. Now, this is trying to say that
Yes,
with
urban
this
renewal is about giving a new face
a new phase,
to an
yes.
existing structure.
Mm,
Because it will get to a point that some properties, or let me say, anytime development is taking up a particular location, there is tendency that the old structure will not be able to withstand the current value
yes.
in that location. So there is need for value appreciation. The owners of the property, they will need to come up with new structure, new innovation that will make that property has the same picture, or let me say the same value that is that the infrastructure
Mm.
that have been built in that houses to kind of have uh, the same, or how will I put it now?
The same value.
Yes, the same value, absolutely.
It says here that urban renewal projects can rejuvenate neglected neighborhoods. The Lagos Blue Line will possibly accelerate this, enhancing the occupiers' quality of life, improving property values, and attracting new industries. Urban redevelopment should be approached with caution, thoroughly evaluating both positive and negative speculations. The restoration of old buildings will likely provide much needed housing and commercial space, but it may also lead to the displacement of low income residents and SMEs, aside from the loss of heritage sites. Very true.
Very true. This
Those
is
low income earners, business owners
yeah.
might have to
Mm-hmm. They
start
have to
reconsider relocating because
exactly,
they won't be able to
exactly.
afford the
Yes.
increased
That's
price
true.
of rents and all that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there are so many positive impacts
And also
of this.
negative.
Yes, and of course negative for those who may probably not be able to afford the price of the current value
Of the current
of that
value
as of
based
that
on the
yes
infrastructural
development
development.
that has taken place. I remember before now, let's say in Shangotedo, you can get
Gets-
an accommodation as low as 200,000 per month. But today, because of the development and infrastructural changes that have taken effect, that are taking place, you can get an accommodation less than 300,000 to 500,000 now. And it's proportional to the development in that axis. So definitely with this new development of Blue Lane,
prices of rents
so
and all that.
many things will definitely change.
Do you
And,
think the negative parts or the positive part outweighs the negative part of
to
this
me,
development?
the positive parts will outweigh the negative part. The positive part in the sense that the property owners
Yes, would
in
gain
that
more.
axis, they will gain more. And then of course the government too will gain
Would
more.
gain more. So it is now
Because there'll
left
be
for
more of commercial activities.
yes,
in that
true,
area.
very true.
Banks want to be identified with that location. All these POS agency and everything, they will want to be part of the development that is taking place there.
It is
It
now
is only the, let me say, the tenant, let me put it that way.
yeah, so it is now left for them to up their game and know how they can start matching up and meeting up.
And business-wise too, there will be a whole lot of improvement and development in that axis. Because the more we're having people in that axis, the more the business activities will keep improving.
True.
And people want to also take advantage of those new developments.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Simeon Omar, for finding out time to join this conversation. It will be coming again. Another edition would be coming again next week, Friday. So do well to join us. Our next session will be coming up by 1 p.m. Do not also forget to join us by 1 p.m. And also by 4 p.m. we'll be having celebrations and shout outs on 4 p.m. session show. So please do well to join us that time. Thank you all. God bless you.